Welcome back to the shop today, guys. We will be working on our 2019 L5P. We will be installing some performance upgrades today. I've been excited about this product for a long time. This is from a company called Wehrli Custom Fabrication. We will be installing the transmission cooler thermostat bypass plug. Let's do it. So after a week's worth of monitoring the transmission temperature on my L5P, 2019 L5P, 181 degrees is the highest that I've seen. Keep in mind it is August in Kentucky with average temperatures around 85 degrees. I've been averaging around 170 to 172 degrees mostly. The truck is at full operating temperature now. So after we install the Wehrli product, let's see if the temperature decreases. So 172 degrees will be our baseline. All right, you might be thinking, this box is a little big for a bypass plug, so I was lying to you a little bit. We do have more than just the thermostat bypass plug in here, but we're not gonna install both of these today. This is gonna be number one video. One cool thing about Wehrli is all their parts are designed, manufactured, made right here in the good old USA, so that's awesome. Let's open it up and see what we got. All right, guys, this is the bypass plug. I'd like to see who can guess what's in this other box. Not in this video, though. Wow, this is really nicely machined. Not sure how well the camera's gonna pick it up there. I know my fingernails are a little dirty. Yeah, this is really nice. Nicely fully CNC machine with nice O-rings. Looks to be a very high quality piece. Okay, so let's talk about what this product does. First and foremost, this is your auxiliary transmission cooler in the front of your truck here. Contrary to popular belief, no, it is not an intercooler. Basically, when your transmission gets hot, the bypass or the thermostat inside, it actually opens up and it sends the transmission fluid up front to collect air from this cooler. Well, those transmission thermostats are known for sticking closed. And what happens when they stick closed? Fluid doesn't flow. So you essentially become a closed loop circuit. Once you become a closed loop circuit, it doesn't flow back up to the cooler to get cooled, and it can actually raise your transmission fluid temps, potentially put your transmission in harm's way. So this is more of a preventative maintenance item, in my opinion, but a very good one because, you know, repairs to your transmission, particularly the Allison transmission, who's known for being very, you know, tough, they're very costly. So just more of a preventative maintenance item. Now, let's get into it. Okay, let's go over a few tools that you're probably gonna need. No, this is not a tool, but we will be messing with transmission fluid, so probably some rags. I'm gonna use a Milwaukee with a 5/16 inch. It's gonna be used to remove my band clamps to take out my cold air intake. Safety glasses, we will be messing with some snap rings. If you guys aren't familiar with those, we'll show you what they are. But they can be some dangerous little pieces. They can go springing, flying all across the place. Potentially a little hook tool, maybe a small pair of vice grips, have a retractable magnet here, and you don't need a whole kit like this. You probably just need one pair. Not sure which pair I need, but you will be needing some snap ring pliers. So I have an assortment of those there. When I figure out which one works best for me, I'll let you guys know. So those are some of the tools we should need, and we should be able to get this job done with just this. Okay guys, so I have removed my factory cold air intake. I didn't show you guys that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I would like to show you where this transmission cooler thermostat bypass plug goes. Actually goes right here. So I'm gonna try to get a good angle for that when I show you guys when we take it out, but there's a snap ring right there. Once we remove this snap ring, we'll pull this plug out and we should be able to install the new Wehrli product. Be very careful with these snap rings. They do go flying all over the place. And then also note your orientation of this little half moon cutout. If you ever have to put the factory one back in, you have to put it back in the same orientation. So it's kind of a close-up of what it looks like. So let's see if we can get that snap ring out of there. Okay, now that we've got you set up there where you can clearly see the snap ring and the housing here, I do have a blue shop towel right below me here. I'm probably just gonna try to use a standard straight pair of snap ring pliers. You can pick these up at Harbor Freight and a bunch of other stores. They're pretty inexpensive tools, so we'll see if we can get down in there. This is where you wanna wear your safety glasses. All right, snap ring removed, and then we should just be able to go in and pull this plug out. Let's work on that next. Okay guys, we've got our small little pair of channel locks here. Should just be able to grab each side of that nice and firm. Pull that right out. And that is your thermostat. Now also, there's some more components in here. I'm not sure if I can pull them out with this magnet. Nope, they're non-magnetic. Let's just see if we can reach my finger in there and get them out. There's the next piece that comes out. Sorry. It's a little tricky to get to, not very bad. And then there is a spring down in there, and I wonder if that spring is magnetic. It is. You just pull it right out. So there's your three pieces. Now your factory thermostat for your auxiliary bypass cooler has been successfully disassembled. Okay, now that the factory thermostat's been removed, I'm just gonna get a little bit of that residual fluid on there. Lubricate the O-rings on the Wehrli unit. We should be ready to put it right down in. Just snap right into place, just like that. And now let's get our snap ring pliers and reinstall our snap ring. So I have our snap ring installed there on our snap ring pliers. I do like to make sure it's fully seated at the bottom, or else whenever you go to squeeze it, it's probably gonna fly off. So let's see if we can get it right back on. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a good angle here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah. So that's what a fully installed Wehrli bypass plug looks like. This is what your factory thermostat for your auxiliary cooler unit looks like, disassembled. Just cleaned it up. Now you always want to remember to keep your factory parts, so they will come out in this order. This is the piece that comes out first. Your second piece sits down in there, and it was a little tricky to get, mainly because it was kind of slippery. So I actually had to pull that out with this little pick tool. It was no big deal. And lastly, the spring, and you couldn't really see the spring. It looked like you were done once you took this out, so don't try to jam your Wehrli plug in there until you've removed the spring. It is magnetic, so I just pulled it right out with a magnet. It was pretty simple to do. So just keep that in mind. And just for good measure, I used the bubble wrap supplied with the Wehrli unit to wrap my factory stuff back up and labeled it up so I can have it for, you know, down the road if I ever need it. All right, everyone, that was a very simple install. Took me about 30 minutes or so. That was with it removing my factory cold air intake and all that fun stuff, which we didn't show. A couple things that I did not mention that you will need. For me, step ladder. I need a step ladder because the truck sits a little high. And I also use a magnetic tray to when I removed the factory hardware for the air box to put it in, so I didn't lose it. But all in all, not a lot of tools needed, very simple install. I will keep you guys posted. I'll put up a video next week after I monitor the temps for about a week, and I'll let you guys know what temperature change that I see. Wehrli does say that, you know, you can see up to potentially 50 degrees difference, which is pretty significant and could help definitely prolong the life of that transmission. So awesome job, great looking product, easy to install. I'll let you guys know what I think.